Welcome to Carolina Women. I'm Betsy McDaniel in for Debbie Lyons today. We are, of course, at one of our favorite places, which is FWDG. I am here with Erin, Lentz, and, of course, our men on the couch, Larry and McMark. Thank you so much for having us back. We always love being here. And we actually have an extra special guest with us today.
I would love to introduce
Michael,
this.
please introduce us to
Absolutely. I can't wait to introduce this special guest.
Yeah.
We have Plywood Larry.
Plywood Larry.
Which has more history in Beaufort than most Beaufortonians.
And maybe even Larry himself.
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let's talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, he's more loved than the real Larry. But so many years ago, in the early 1990s, our furniture store was downtown Beaufort, and we purchased a building next to the store, and it was dilapidated, and we tore it down. When we did, we had a terrible end to our building that you couldn't see before. Paint was peeling, everything was nasty about it. So decided that was at a time that we had some graffiti printed on one of our buildings, or painted on one of our buildings in downtown Beaufort, and there was a lot of controversy about it, whether it was art or whether it was graffiti, because it harkened to a time where some individuals who had been around and played in that building were later killed or died for whatever the cause. And so there was a lot of controversy and whether to keep it or whether to paint over it. And so it came to Michael and our former business partner, George Davis, that we could do something with the end of the building that would be helpful to the community. So we decided to do a mural. Reached out to the Arts Council, and they said they didn't have anybody that did large murals, but they sent a list of muralists in the state of South Carolina. And at the top of the list was a fellow named Ralph Waldrop, and his moniker was the muralist. So I felt like we had somebody there.
Yeah, seemed logical.
And he came down to Beaufort, looked at the end of the building, and then he came up with a concept that it would be a loading dock and it would have people holding furniture and so forth on the loading dock to kind of say what was going on inside the building. So we went to the Board of Architectural Review to try to get approval to put the mural on the end of the building. And I had asked him if he had ever worked in a National Historic Landmark District, and he said, yeah, I did Myrtle Beach. I'm going, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know that exactly qualifies, but okay.
So we went in and they said, oh no, this isn't going to work. And we finally convinced them that to look further at it. But they wanted him to do a drawing of what the mural was going to look like. He said, I've never done anything on a small scale. And so he came back a month later with about a 48-inch wide, 24-inch high of what the mural would look like. It didn't have any characters on it, but it was the brick and arches and so forth. And he presented it, and they said, oh, no. We don't want any murals in downtown Beaufort. Every small town in the South is always proud of a mural if they've got it downtown.
Right.
So we persevered, and unfortunately we had one of the fellows who was in a war with the Board of Architectural Review stand up and say, I think you need to let the Marks do this. Well, that just about killed us.
Yeah.
So the muralist, so the muralist walks outside, talks to the media at the time and says, I've never been accosted by the art police before. And I'm going, and this comes out on the front page of the paper.
Oh my God.
And I'm going, there is no chance that we are ever going to get this approved. So he comes back and does another presentation, and it goes a little bit better. And then they ask the city attorney if this is a sign. And he gives them the report back that yes, it is a sign, so therefore it's not allowed.
Okay, so we need to hear the end of this story because we can't leave everybody hanging, but we're going to have to do it a little bit further in the show. All right?
Sounds good.
Sounds good? Okay, and we'll be
Stay
back with
tuned.
more, so stay with us.